we have with us today writer and director and ace fashion photographer Mr. Amit Khanna. Today, I see so much difference, so much transformation.
I had a lot of weight on me. My weight was 213 kgs.
सब लोग बोलते कि 6 महीने मैंने रोटी नहीं खाई and then I became proper for my role.
People would think that if I do this surgery, और भी weight कम हो जाएगा.
A weight loss that you achieve artificially by injecting substances in your body may not sustain.
We are losing weight to become healthier.
Correct.
We are losing weight to look better.
Correct.
But if it's having a reverse effect, then what's the point of it?
You are going to take these injections for how long?
I mean, I didn't want to go in for steroids, or I didn't want to take any growth hormones or anything of that sort. Who have taken these supplements or medicines to lose weight, but it always failed.
Now see, everyone wants to have weight loss the easy way.
Very trending right now, which is the use of Ozempic or Mounjaro or any of these medicines that help you aid weight loss. So do patients come to you
When you are going to stop taking these injections, and what then? Such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, I'm so glad to be here.
So when I saw you for the first time, I remember when you had come for the initial consultation, and today I see so much difference, so much transformation. How do you feel?
Well, obviously it feels great, and I am quite happy about what I've been through. So it feels great. It honestly feels great. Yeah.
Makes a difference to the confidence.
Maybe, but I feel happier. I think that's more important, and I think that's what we all are looking for.
Yeah. So when you started on your weight loss journey, how did you decide that okay, now is the time I need to pay more attention to my health and my weight, and how did it all start?
So honestly, I think from childhood I was very obese. I was almost 100 kgs when I was not even 10 years old.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of weight on me since the beginning. When I was almost in school, when I was 16 years, my weight was 213 kgs. So that was a lot of weight. And there had been several attempts through my life for me to lose weight, but it always failed. Like either the weight would keep coming back, or I was giving up on certain things that were not sustainable according to me. Clearly the reason why it was all coming back. And at some point in time I kind of accepted the fact that maybe I have to be a plus size person all my life, because I was not able to crack the code.
Yeah.
I was always trying to lose weight, I think in ways which were rewarding initially, but they were not rewarding for the long run.
Yeah.
And as a child, and this was many years back, I think in 2000, like 2001, 2002, I used to not have proper guidance to lose weight.
Yeah.
But now that, obviously a lot of more matter and more details have come about on the right ways to lose weight, I kind of thought of, trying again, I think for the nth number of time. I got COVID a lot of times actually. I got COVID 4 times.
Oh.
And every time I would get it, I would know that, it was maybe because of my obesity. And the last COVID that I got in 2022, in July sometime, was really bad. I was bedridden for a lot of days, and it was hampering everything that I loved doing. So I love my profession, and the very fact that I'm unable to do it because of a health reason was something I didn't want to accept, because it was in my hands to change it. And it was high time. I was crossing 40, so I needed to make sure that I kind of get a hold of my life before it's too late. And in February 2023 I decided that now I want to give it everything, because I realized that nothing is more important, no money and nothing, no work is more important than being healthy.
Absolutely.
So, and a lot of weight on you does kind of lead to a lot of issues later. So I think it was an attempt that was always in my mind, but this time I wanted to do it the correct way. I wanted to lose weight by eating correctly and by working out and making sure that I do something which I can do for the rest of my life.
Correct.
And as I'm in the process of it even now, I don't feel burdened by it.
That's very nice to hear. Was it also influenced by the profession that you are in, that you work with people, models who have these perfect bodies, and was it also a trigger for you in some way?
Not consciously, but maybe subconsciously, it would affect me because I am mostly surrounded with people who have, very envious bodies,
Yeah.
and they worked hard on themselves. So it was up to me to decide whether I get motivated by their body or by their determination.
Correct.
And I think that in a way both maybe
contribute.
rubbed out on me. So I'm glad, but I honestly more so I did it for myself,
Yeah.
because even when I was plus size, when I was working with them, I mean, it's been a while. It's been almost 15 years that I've been in this profession. So होना होता तो पहले भी हो सकता था, but yeah.
And when I meet, people from different walks of life, there are so many myths that people have regarding weight loss and body contouring surgeries. So when you are contemplating some kind of, surgical help for getting into a better shape, were there a lot of myths that you encountered?
Of course. Before going in for a body contouring procedure, I was reading about it and, I mean, obviously talking to certain people about it before, I eventually came to you. So basically, body contouring is that, in my case, it's getting rid of the loose skin, which is a result of, massive weight loss. And in my case, it was more than 110 kilos.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. People would think that, if I do this surgery, और भी weight कम हो जाएगा.
Correct.
But that was not the case. I mean, by doing a body contouring surgery, if you're getting rid of loose skin, you're not getting rid of kgs,
Correct.
by itself. In fact, one needs to be even more careful. But the myths were basically कि तुम करा लोगे तो तुम्हारे 10-15 किलो कम हो जाएंगे. I think they confuse it with other procedures.
Correct.
But body contouring is more about getting rid of the
into
excess
shape.
loose skin that you have and getting into shape, like you said. Yeah.
Correct. So a lot of times, we read in the newspapers of some actor who is preparing for a role, and सब लोग बोलते कि 6 महीने मैंने रोटी नहीं खाई, and then I became proper for my role. Is it that simple? How does it work? Do they actually do it, or it's just a PR?
I genuinely feel that many of them might be doing it. Like I had seen one, major transformation of Randeep Hooda for this movie called Sarabjit, and he had actually completely changed. And I don't think he went out and even had to say that it
was quite
went through. It was quite evident. तो कोई लोग का होता है genuine, but like how there are two kind of people everywhere.
Absolutely,
so I think that there are some of them who just do it. But there are people who actually don't, like models and stuff, who actually don't eat roti and all these things for a while to get into a certain body type. They do that.
They do that.
Yeah.
So when you meet so many people from the industry, do they all follow a very healthy lifestyle, or they take help sometimes of cosmetic surgeries to get into a better shape?
So many of them have a fitness routine. They follow a healthy lifestyle. But nowadays, because there's been a boom in the entire cosmetic, industry, I feel that a lot of them take aid and, to enhance themselves more. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure, and I believe that, a lot of actors and models, after a certain age, if they go in for these procedures, it helps them to maintain themselves. Which is not entirely wrong. However, personally, I feel that, when there are kids who are under the age of 18 who kind of go through these procedures to become older, I, on a personal front, don't really appreciate that. I feel that it's taking away a lot. But there are a lot of actors who, age through cosmetic procedures, and I don't personally see anything wrong in that, because that's what, people expect from them. That's what they're selling. However, some of them who don't want to go for it and who don't need it, that's also fine. But it's from person to person. It's a very personal thing, a cosmetic thing. It's about how you kind of want to project yourself. And I don't see any harm in somebody going in for something cosmetic to maintain a certain look that they have been. And that's what, if it's keeping them happy, then they are old enough to make their decisions. So I think that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, and plus it's a very competitive world, and a little bit extra gives you that competitive edge sometimes. But when patients come to me for a consultation as regards to any body contouring procedure or anything else, I tell them that cosmetic surgery is not the end. It is just going to take you from point A to point B, but then the journey doesn't stop there. It continues beyond that. So cosmetic surgery will maybe take you to a certain level, but then eating healthy, having a proper regime and exercise is as important. What do you
Yeah,
feel?
I completely agree because uh, there is no end to what you want to look like.
Correct. Yeah.
There is no end to somebody saying that abhi thoda sa aur kar do, thoda more, and
Yeah.
and it just kind of sometimes becomes a bit too much.
Yes.
You need to understand that where do you want to draw the line. And
Correct.
however, like if even if we go through a body contouring, I mean, I have been through body contouring, and I do understand the importance of maintaining a diet and a fitness,
Regime.
after that, a fitness regime after that, because contrary to what people think, it's a 6 weeks recovery time that you have, and you are at home. You need to make sure that you're eating correctly, because obviously there's water retention. There is a lot of emotional change.
Support that you
Yeah,
need, yeah.
you need an emotional support, but there's a lot of change that's happening mentally inside you. And when you go back to the gym after 6 weeks, you pretty much start from the scratch, because you have to be careful about so many things.
Correct.
So maintaining a diet and going and working out, playing a sport, whatever you like, is a given. Body contouring is going to make you definitely achieve something which is not going to be achievable through these steps that you take. Because when I came to you, I knew that I don't have an alternative. There is loose skin, how much ever I work out or how much ever muscle I gain or whatever I do. I mean, I didn't want to go in for steroids, or I didn't want to take any growth hormones or anything of that sort, because it's unhealthy, according to me. So I thought that this is the only thing. But when we went through the procedure, post that also, there's so much care that needs to be taken.
Correct.
If I got back to again being lazy or not following a diet, everything would come back. A cosmetic surgery helps you to enhance yourself, but to keep yourself out there, you are responsible. I mean, you will give me the best treatment, but if I don't take care of it for the rest of my life, there's no point. So that's something that I need to do.
True. But what a transformation when your friends, when they meet you now after a long gap, or when your family members, when they meet you now, what do they say?
So firstly, what I get a lot of compliments is that I don't look my age. A lot of people think I look younger than 41. That is one constant compliment that comes by, and everyone says that you've reduced 10 years of your aging. And obviously they're very inspired, because they feel that if I can do it, because I know that even I feel that if I can do it, then anyone can do it. It's achievable. It is something that one can do. So that comes by. Obviously, I mean, the skin that's gotten tightened because of the contouring, not many people get to see that, because that's a very intimate space. But I find myself so much better. Like, I feel happy. Because I know how I looked, and I know what has changed. So I feel very good about myself. And when you feel good about yourself, I think it kind of, it reflects. And everybody knows. And many people tell me that you've changed as a person also. I think that I've been told that I've become calmer. I've been told that I am more patient. I think that all comes by in this entire process. Those internal things happen, which reflect, and people kind of get that. But a lot of compliments, a lot of encouragement, a lot of support. I put up my stories on Instagram or any social media, and I know that these people are genuinely happy for me. Like, there is no, I don't know. I mean, it is something which has zero haters, this entire journey. Yeah.
It's so good to hear that. So following your weight loss, when you underwent, say, body contouring surgeries, how was your overall recovery? Was it very tough, or you could manage, or was there something unexpected that happened, or was it a smooth recovery?
So it was fine. I think it was not very taxing. Obviously, I mean, that garment, the compression garment that we have to wear, that was a little...
that's the tough one.
That's the tough one, because it's for a long time, and you feel like the weather, how it is.
And so, you need help to do that.
Yeah. So what happens is, when you're asking somebody to make you wear it, I mean, it's a little uncomfortable. For the first 4 5 days, you need somebody with you pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
And but I was prepared for it. I mean, you had told me a step by step, detailed idea about what I'm going to be having to deal with, and so mentally I was prepared for it. The thing is that the end result is so rewarding that all of this
You forget
afterwards,
the
as an
small,
afterthought,
yeah.
it just feels very small. At that point, it is challenging because you're thinking that today how am I going to wear it and what am I going to do. And that was the tough part of recovery. Obviously, even making sure that I'm eating correctly, because there has been a little blood loss, and you need to make sure that you're eating good food, as well as not overdoing it because you're not going to be working out.
Yeah.
So those were the challenges. But that's what I said, that because the end result is so rewarding, these just feel like very small things to do, and they are very obvious in nature. So I was very happy with everything. Like, I still am.
I also say the same thing to all the patients, that you need to focus on your final destination, and the journey takes care of itself. You do have a recovery time, you need to rest and let the stitches heal and wear the compression garment. But when your mind is fixed on the ultimate goal, then you're able to do it. It's not that bad.
Yeah, and it takes you around 3 to 6 months to see eventually, where are you. But I don't think that anyone is not in a better space. I mean, most of the people feel more rewarded about it. Yes. So, doctor, I wanted to talk to you about, which is very trending right now, which is the use of Ozempic or Mounjaro or, any of these medicines that help you aid weight loss. So, do patients come to you?
Yeah. You will not believe the amount of enquiries that we get now for these weight loss treatments or weight loss injections. Now, see, everyone wants to have weight loss the easy way. Okay, so if there is an injection which you take once a week and that gives you weight loss, which otherwise you need to slog yourself so much in the gym to achieve, then it is very attractive for everyone to go for it. But then we need to understand that these injections are basically appetite suppressants. So what they do is, the movement of food from stomach to intestine doesn't happen. So the food remains stagnated in the stomach itself, and that causes weight loss because you get like zero appetite. Even if you see food, you don't feel like eating anything. So basically, appetite gets suppressed, you don't eat anything, and that causes weight loss. But having said that, you also need to understand you are going to take these injections for how long. There is eventually going to be a time when you are going to stop taking these injections, and what then? So what I recommend to all my patients is that if you are contemplating these weight loss injections, do them, but then with a time frame. That in that time frame, I will also start working out. I'll also make it a habit to start eating healthy. It has to be a lifestyle change. It is all basically related to a lifestyle problem. More or less, people are into sedentary kind of lifestyles, not doing any kind of workout or exercise, and then they rely on easy stuff to get their weight loss. A weight loss that you achieve artificially by injecting substances in your body may not sustain. It is better to work on something which will be more sustainable.
And also, there have been known people who we come across who have taken these supplements or medicines to lose weight, but suddenly some of them look very old, or their face looks not healthy. Do you think it's the correct way? I mean, it's not. We are losing weight to become healthier.
Correct.
We are losing weight to look better. Correct. But if it's having a reverse effect, then what's the point of it?
Correct. So if you have a drastic weight loss, so the face, for example, has fat compartments, and all these fat compartments are going to shrink, and then you start looking haggard, or the face looks, drained out of all energy. And plus, these injections also cause a lot of nutritional deficiencies. You lose a lot of vitamins from your body. So yes, it is one of the known complications of these injections. In fact, there is a term called as an Ozempic face, where someone who has been taking Ozempic injections does tend to look older than the actual age. So yes, it is an ongoing process, and probably few years down the line we'll have better alternatives to these injections.
I would like to ask you one more thing. When people come to you for a body contouring, do they also have a myth that it will bring down their weight?
All the time. I get like obese patients who are 150, 170 kilos and they feel that मेरे पास आके मुझे बोलते हैं मुझे 50 किलो कम करना है. So I need to bring them down to the actual expectation and ground reality that body contouring is not for weight loss. You need to first have your weight loss. आपको exercise करना है, मेहनत करनी है. Try to bring down your weight as much as you can. Of course you'll reach a stage where the weight loss will plateau. इसके beyond आप weight loss शायद कर नहीं पाएंगे. That is where my job will come in and I will help you get rid of these stubborn fat pockets and maybe get you into a better shape. But it cannot be that you can achieve or maintain that by having a lifestyle which is not healthy.
Yeah, because that's what.
It's very, very important.
Yeah, that's what is actually very important.
Absolutely. So as a end note, what is it that you would like to tell our viewers about weight loss journey or about body contouring procedures? How should one plan weight loss, and how should they get into a better shape? You are looking so young and fit that I'm sure everyone is going to get inspired by you. So what is it that you recommend people to do?
Well, first of all, what I would like to tell them is that you don't need to stop eating food completely.
Yeah.
If you need guidance, please take guidance. What I did was I followed a calorie deficit diet,
Yeah.
which took care of my fat, proteins, and carbohydrates. So I have never given up on food, on the healthy part of it.
Correct.
It was monitored, it was measured, and it was never less. In fact, my main struggle was to complete eating that much of food, which I had to on a daily basis. I started off slowly by doing only 10,000 steps initially, only walking. And then when I felt that now I can increase my exercise, then I started doing weight training, because I feel that lifting weights is the most important, because that is something which is going to remain for a longer period of time.
Correct, yeah.
Then I started including running once I lost more weight, because otherwise the pressures would have come on my knee. And then I even started activities like trampoline workout and mudgar, and slowly increased as I lost weight. I got the strength to foray into more sections of fitness, which I was excited about. It's very simple. It just seems to be very complicated. That's what I like to tell everyone, because I have a busy and a hectic life schedule.
Yeah.
However, it's never difficult to make your food and leave home in the morning and eat something healthy, because that is the correct way of doing it. And I keep telling this to everyone, that is, I can do it without the use of any medication to lose weight. Anyone can. However, if someone has had a huge weight loss, which is almost more than 20-30 kgs, I mean, I've had more than that, reaching out to somebody like you for a body contouring is nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Because many people think that surgery kara loge to kuch galat ho raha hai, but out here we don't have an option. The amount of effort that we put into losing weight and looking a certain type or being in a certain body type, it's more like a closure that we are giving to our fat loss journey. It's more like seeing yourself the way you want to, because if there is skin, I'll never be able to see the muscle that I'm gaining, and I can't do anything about that skin. So there's nothing wrong in going for a body contouring and taking medical help, because that's why it has existed. That's why it has come into the world. It's nothing negative or it's nothing wrong. It is something that you're doing for yourself. Like I said, to give a closure. So please don't hesitate to reach out to somebody who can help you. Get into the way you want to be, because you've worked hard towards it and you deserve to be in a body that you want to be. So it is an emotional process also. And it is rewarding, and you feel great about it, because I know that when my surgery had happened, I was so overwhelmed that it's done, and because it was you, I knew that everything is proper. I didn't even need to check it, but I was extremely grateful, and I will always be, because this has changed my life, and I'm very happy in a much better space than I'm right now. So all the best to everyone who's on this journey to lose weight correctly. And I would just like to tell people that he's one of the best supports that I've had in this entire journey of 2 years of wanting to lose weight, and I'm so glad that I met him, because I just feel so comfortable out here.
Oh, no, you're welcome, and it's so good to hear all of this experience from you, and our best wishes to you. Keep doing your good work.
Thank
and we are always happy to see that You are always on the front page of all newspapers and all fashion magazines, and the best wishes to you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.